Welcome back to Zooter 5. I hope you like the top of Link's head. Why is the camera so intent on showing us the top of Link's head right now? They like his hat. He has a super cool hat. I feel like Link's hat in Ocarina of Time looks really good in-game, but whenever I see any cosplay wearing this type of tunic hat that Link wears in real life, it doesn't hit the same way. It looks kind of goofy in real life. It's really hard to make a Link cosplay look good in person. I feel like Link cosplays are really up in the air. Sometimes, very rarely, people can really make good looking Link cosplays, but I feel like a lot of the time they look more like Halloween costumes than they do like things you can take seriously. But also Link is just a weird looking lad to begin with. Like, he's not wearing the most stylish outfit, especially in this game. Like, he's wearing like a piece of cloth and a belt. This room is so much easier with long shot. You can skip a majority of it. You just go all the way over here. Just excuse me. That's what happens when you get the long shot early in the water temple. Hopefully another... Oh, a spider noticed me. Oh, you can't get up here. You suck. He tried to get me. He couldn't. Mammal spider did not have the hops, nor the chops, nor the bops. Now imagine if Mammal Spider started making some amazing music that we could all bop to. Imagine you were an artist performing your first concert and the audience was full of a bunch of Tektites just hopping to the beat perfectly in time. The thought of that reminds me of those videos I've seen recently where people make videos of animated Pikmin just dancing to random songs. Those bring me so much joy. This also brings me a lot of joy. Stop. It's hammer time. We got the Megaton hammer. No clay rock is safe. No, sir. We're about to destroy the whole entire Red Rock Canyon. So we better not be doing our concert at the Red Rock Amphitheater in Colorado. We would just smash it up with our Megaton hammer. Dude, Dark Link is nothing when we have a big Goron sword. Let's charge up a spin attack. Oh, he blocked that. Way easier if you just don't L-target him. Our sword swings are way more unpredictable when we're not L-targeting. I really need to find something to spend my rupees on though. We have so many. The fact that we have a full Tycoon wallet, like, can we at least start a Roth IRA or some way to invest our money into something? No, that green rupee isn't gonna have a home with us. We're just gonna litter it to the ground and hope that somebody else picks it up. They just disappear into the abyss. Same with the Song of Time blocks. Where do they go? They disappear into thin air with no explanation as to where they're relocating to. Do Song of Time blocks need a visa to travel to wherever they're heading? Oh shoot, I forgot that there's random stuff in here. These are typically like recovery hearts, I think. We finished 1, 2, 3, 4 silver rupee puzzles. 1 inside Ganon Castle, 1 in Gerudo Training Grounds, and 2 in the Spirit Temple. No, don't fall, don't fall. No, no, no. Whew. Nice recovery. Another Forest Temple key. We're getting to the point of this randomizer where I have like almost no anxiety towards completing it anymore. Like, what could go wrong at this point? We have almost everything. Unless there's just one check that's super important that I can't find. I mean, I can't say that yet because it's not over till it's over. There's still a lot of just random stuff we have to find because I do have to beat every single dungeon in the game to win. And in order to beat every dungeon, we practically have to find every dungeon key. So that's where a lot of the turmoil might lie in the future. Okay, We had a fairy pot. Spooky mask! Spooky mask! Come here, fairy. I don't even need you. But I want you. No, don't fall. Don't. Wait, that was a bad jump. Get up here. Gotta be safe. I wonder where these lead to. Whenever we fall down one, we just disappear. But I wonder, like, it has to lead to somewhere, right? It'd be kind of cool if you got sucked up by the whirlpools and it took you to a different room entirely. Hey, little guy. Trapped behind bars. What did this little chest do to be trapped behind bars like this? It's not a very good jail cell because there's a second way out. Do we have the boss key for Water Temple? We do. We could definitely see what boss fight is awaiting us this time. Are we gonna beat our second dungeon? It's crazy we're this far into the randomizer and we still have yet to complete a second dungeon. King Dodongo is the only one we've taken down so far. No, wait. Oh, this is a situation where the water is all the way up. Now, for some reason, I didn't do the rooms in the very first section. So let's go back over there. All right, flushing it all back out. I'm always curious where the Water Temple water goes to, because it also just disappears. I could have done this last time. For some reason, I didn't. And I already know people are going to get mad at me for not doing this when I could have. People like getting mad at me. People also like getting happy with me, too. I guess it's just human nature, right? We like to have our emotions stirred up a little bit. Well, here. Does this stir up any emotions? Me slicing apart these clams that don't deserve it? I mean, they kind of deserve it. It feels like most oysters are really just smooth. So from an evolutionary standpoint, it makes sense for clams to spike themselves up a little bit so people can't just grab them and open them up with their bare hands. So much money. Too bad there's not a bank in Hyrule. There's a bank in Majora's Mask. Okay, yeah, I didn't circle back around here. I pushed the block once, but you gotta push it twice. Woo! Not turning Link into cheese today. Giant moon block. With this weird symbol on the front. Moon symbol. Dude, I love pot sanity. The fact that just rooms have multiple options to find stuff in, it makes it so much more fun. Have you guys enjoyed pot sanity and freestanding sanity? If I was to do another Ocarina of Time Randomizer in the future, out of all the settings that I have picked out for this one, are there any settings you would prefer for me to turn off in future ones? I know we're not like completely at the end yet, but I feel like you guys can all see the gist. Like if I was to theoretically do a Zooter 6, not say I'm going to, but if theoretically if it were to exist, what settings would you want me to turn off and turn on for the future ones? Overall, I've really enjoyed practically every setting we have turned on for this one. When I started Pot Sanity, I thought it would maybe be a one-time thing, like, oh, this is a cool gimmick, but it might get old to see. But after playing through with it, I feel like it doesn't feel like a gimmick that you wouldn't want to have. I don't really have any complaints about it. It elongates the randomizer a bit, but not in a very annoying way. It almost elongates it in a way that makes the randomizer more entertaining for me. Of course, it adds a lot more junk items to the randomizer. All the recovery hearts and green rupees. It makes bloopies not seem so bad. But apart from that, I'm here for it. Now, freestanding rupees and hearts, I like those too. Those are a bit more confusing, but I like them. Oh, there is a feature that I didn't turn on for this randomizer because I didn't really understand how it worked. But there's a feature that helps mark the pots you've gotten. So what I mean by this is each pot will be gold, and then once you break it and get the item inside, it'll go back to being brown. So say you like break a pot and then you don't pick up the item from inside, because say it's like a gold rupee and you don't want to pick up a rupee because your wallet's full and it'll all just go to waste. You can not collect it, leave, come back, and when you re-enter, the pot will still be gold, indicating that you never picked up the item from inside of it. So that's like a really good update that they added that I kind of wish I turned on for this randomizer, but it didn't turn it on because just wasn't truly aware of what it was until after creating the seed. We got the Zora mask, so we have the Goron and the Zora mask now. Unfortunately, neither of them are usable in this game. I freaking wish though, how rad would it be if you could roll around as a Goron or swim as a Zora in Ocarina of Time? That'd be a great quality of life improvement to add if they ever remastered the game. Allow the transformation masks to really do their thing. Have we found all the masks now? We found Keaton, Spooky, Skull Mask, Bunny Hood, Zora, Goron. Oh, we haven't found the Gerudo mask yet. Dude, I wish the Gerudo mask turned you into a Gerudo. We already have that in Breath of the Wild, though. I don't want these guys ruining anything for me, so let's just knock them down into the pit. Or have their stupid asses jump themselves down into the pit. We don't gotta do nothing. All you have to do is provoke them and they'll do the rest. Wee! Wee! Oh, that was so close. We're good though. We rockin'. Watch out for these giant turds. Let the hook shot kick in. And more pointless money. It's all good. Dude, no time to deal with you. I'm just gonna float up. Is there a door we didn't unlock in this dungeon? So I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be 6 keys, but we've used 5 of them. But I can't think of a door I didn't unlock. Oh, these are both fairies? Whatever. Dang, another 50. We got 50 more cents. Or if I ever get a 50-cent feature on a Zelda rap that I make, I'll list his name as 50 rupee. It's bossin' time. And we get to finally see another random boss. It's taken forever to make it to a point where we can beat a temple. And it's crazy that Water Temple, being the last one we've entered, is the first one we've been able to complete. Like, what? The most chaotic, crazy temple is the first one we're finishing, although it's the last one we entered. Wild. Alright, let's test to see if this method works. We should be able to just freeze all the ice traps in place, so they cannot bother us no longer. That's some of that sequence breaking we love to see with Randomizer. Excuse me, guys. You little ice cubes. I would not put you in my drink. Oh no! Not Twin Rova. I hate fighting Twin Rova. I wasn't mentally prepared for this. Let's take this gal out real quickly. We do have Big Goron Sword. I think that will speed things up a little bit, but I'm not sure by a lot of it. And do we also have any pots in this room? It's a big room. There's a lot of pot potential. But I'm not seeing none. And to distract myself from the pain and misery that is the first phase of this boss fight, let's talk about the comment question of the day, where I asked you guys what your favorite minigame was from the Zelda franchise. First answer we got is snowboarding from Twilight Princess against the Yetis, which I'm in full agreement with you. I love this concept. You know, one of my only complaints with all the minigames, almost every minigame in the Zelda franchise, is it's kind of limited. I wish there was like more variations and ways to continue playing the minigames so you could just get lost in the minigames forever. But the minigame that I think could definitely use more variation is the claw shot game in Twilight Princess. With the wannabe Tingle character, I love the concept of that minigame, but there's only 2 modes. There's the easy map and the hard map. And it's like there could be so many more levels to that one. Imagine if there was like 10 different levels and you could play claw shot minigame all day long. Where's she at? Literally isn't even showing. There she is. Holy crap. Do I need to stand on these platforms again? Like, ugh. I get so annoyed by Twin Rova. I honestly... Dude, they're taking a lot of my hearts away. I should have picked up some of these fairies, apparently. There we go. Finally stood in a weird situation. Next minigame is the crane game from Link's Awakening, which I just played this minigame on stream a couple days ago, and I had Marin with me, and she did that thing where she picked up the minigame owner with the crane and dropped him in the receptacle, and I didn't even know that was possible, but it was so funny to watch, and then it kicks you out of the minigame. So funny. These witches suck. Next answer was Sploosh Kaboom from Wind Waker. And they said mainly because they love the sploosh kaboom sound effects. Battle Squid will always hold a very special place in my heart. I love the concept of Battleship in the first place. I think it's such a fun game. Next answer is Goron Racing from Majora's Mask. Another just really fun. That and the Beaver Racing as Azora. I love both racing mini games. Like, I could see them making a whole entire game around Goron Racing and Zora Racing. Imagine how cool it would be if Nintendo just made a full game that was dedicated to adding variations of mini games from Zelda. Just like all the Zelda mini games, but with more levels incorporated. I'd be so here for that. That'd be so amazing for Bombchu Bowling from Ocarina of Time. Imagine like 100 different Bombchu Bowling levels to try to like push through. Ooh, gotta make sure to pick the Bigoron sword away. Bombchu Bowling is like such a troll, but at the same time, if there was like a lot more levels, I could see myself playing it forever. Next we have the Honey and Darling mini game from Majora's Mask. That one's really fun because there's 3 different variations. And that's the case for several mini games in Majora's Mask. They had different variations for all 3 days in the cycle, like the Deku Playground as well. But Honey and Darling mini game is like the most fun because all the variations are very, very different. They all have you use different items. Like one's Bombchus, one's bombs, and one's arrows. So it just adds so much variety to the whole entire thing. And they're all really fun. The Bombchu one's probably the most frustrating to deal with. Wow. She actually wasn't too frustrating today. It's probably because of the Bigoron sword, but that went by rather fast. Maybe it's because I was doing comment questions and not really focusing on the boss fight itself and just talking about random stuff. But we made it through. Yay! Oh, they're just gonna rise up without any dialogue whatsoever. That was pretty nice. With that, we've beaten the first adult dungeon in Zooter 5. Alright, Giant Bloopy. Take me from this dungeon, and we get the Kokiri Emerald! That doesn't even get us closer to Ganon's castle! Hate to see it. But there's our first spiritual stone. And the water does not rise up because we have to actually beat Morpha for that to happen. So we can't get the fire arrow check. So sad. So next we have the cat mini game from Twilight Princess, where you play hide and go seek with the cats. That could also have variations. Just have the cats in different locations. Or imagine playing the cat mini game in different environments apart from the hidden village. Like playing cat hide and go seek in Ordon Village or Kakariko Village. That would be so good. Holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna do this the legitimate way since we have the golden scale. I'm not gonna do the iron boot break. We're just gonna dive down. since we have the gold scale. Last comment we have for today is Thrill Digger from Skyward Sword, the near Minesweeper replica with the magma mitts. I really do enjoy that one as well. I also am a fan of Minesweeper to begin with. Like, I think Minesweeper is a pretty fun concept, especially when played legitimately. Like a fun little element of chance thrown into a game that also requires logic and skill. Bam. Do computers nowadays come with built-in games like they used to? I'm sure they have like the card games, I'm sure. It's been a long time. I don't even know what built-in games my own computer has. I should check. I guess technically I could check right now. Let me see. There's an app called Solitaire and Casual Games now on my computer. I don't think I've ever opened this. They've just condensed them all into one thing. Let's sign you in. No, thank you. It has Solitaire, Free Cell, Spider Solitaire, Pyramid, Tri-Peaks, Mahjong, Jigsaw Puzzle, Sudoku, Word Games, Gem Drop, Bubble, Jeweled, Minesweeper, Treasure Hunt. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. And it seems like you can possibly add new games as well. That was actually kind of cool to check. I have not checked to see what built-in games computers have in a long, long time. That's because I have Steam. Sorry, I don't need Solitaire. I've played enough Solitaire in my life. All right, now that we have Bolero of Fire and the Megaton Hammer, let's head back inside Death Mountain Crater. There is quite a few Deku Scrubs that we can talk to right up here with the Megaton Hammer. And we have the money to spend, so let's spend it. Shopping spree. Oh my gosh, I've been like seeing so many Mean Girls posters and billboards all over Los Angeles recently. Like, they're promoting that movie hard. And I'm very curious if they'll be able to live up to the original. I'm unsure if I want to see the new one or not. But also, I'm not like a movie guy too much, so I kind of don't care that much. But I'm still curious to see if it's good. Like, if it's legitimately a good sequel, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a chance. Why not? Oh, we found another bottle. Freaking about time. With a nice magic refill. Makes me wonder when we'll find the extended magic meter. My magic meter wants to get the extendo. Okay, we got some money. Wish this one got. Good ol' Ganon Castle small key. I think there's only 2 keys total for Ganon's Castle. And let's pop a beehive. We don't even need bomb refills, but I'll pick them up. Anything else? Anything else? No, that's it. That's it. We're awesome. We also have 75 Skull to the tokens. Like I said, I feel like Skull to the tokens are kind of an indicator of how far you are through a randomizer. That means we're about 75% of the way done with this one. Which is kind of sad. It's this randomizer, I feel like it's flown by, but it's also been going on for longer than a month now. Which, when I noticed that, I was kind of shocked. I was like, did I really start 0-5 a month ago? It feels like I've been doing it for 2 weeks. But here we are. Alright, more great disappointment. Most likely. Great Fairies have not been pulling through for us at all. Get that bloopy out of my face. Chump change. Think I can pay my rent with that? Nowhere close. I wonder how much real estate costs in this version of Hyrule. Man, what an old man question for me to ask. I sound like such a dad right now. I mean, technically, I could be a dad. Like, my dad had me when he was 19 years old, so if I had a kid the same age my dad did, I would have an 11-year-old right now. Which, freaking yikes. To think that my dad was raising me when he was in his 20s? It's like the wildest thing about a lot of parents, is a lot of people who are parents are like some of the least qualified young people in the world to be having kids in the first place. Like, I saw a video today about this girl who had a kid at 13 years old And I'm like, what? What? Oh, I'm sure that happens quite a bit. But imagine a 13-year-old kid being your parent. Like, my grandma had her first kid when she was 15. And I'm like, huh? It's crazy that, like, one of the things that requires the most responsibility in this world has no actual requirements. Like, most jobs, you got to get college degrees, you got to graduate high school. To do lots of things require so many things and prerequisites, except for having a kid. That's just like the one thing that you can do in life without any prerequisites. Life is funny. I thought we needed a second key for this door right here. We don't, so we're gonna be able to make it a little bit through here. That'd be a fun comic question of the day. If it was possible to enforce this, what age do you think should be the required age for you to have kids? Like, do you think there should be a minimum age, a minimum amount of money that you possess? Say you have to have a high school degree. I know this is like a very, very like touchy subject, and technically there shouldn't be any restrictions like that because a lot of them would just end up being, you know, unethical or racist or discriminatory, whatnot. But just if, say, those types of things are out of boundaries and you got to kind of place these rules, what do you think they should be? Or do you think there shouldn't be? Do you think anybody of any age should be able to have a kid no matter what? If you don't want to answer that comment question, but you want like a less weird question to answer, what is your favorite flavor of soda? There we go. There's our less controversial comment question of the day. Got some pots back in this corner. Never even thought about these pots back here. The fire just hit me into that piece of heart. That's so funny. Can I stop running into this fire? World's finest eye drops. We also take those to the Big Goron, right? I think so. All right, I'm trying to run through here without getting burnt to a French fry. I don't think I actually had a waste a key for this room since I have the Megaton hammer. I messed up by unlocking that door. I could have gone further into the fire temple if I hadn't have done that. It's okay though. We'll find more fire temple keys, I'm sure. I hope. I pray. Wah, wah, wah. Let's hit this button over here. Let my Gorons go. I will not tolerate this mistreatment on my giant Hershey Kisses. So funny that every single Goron has a treasure chest inside their cage. Maybe it's supposed to be their meal rations. Although typically it's just keys, which doesn't make that much sense. But whatever. Okay, let's try to get through here. No. I'm not gonna take mistreatment from a fire keys right now. Okay, I'll take mistreatment from a giant fire totem. Boop, 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 boop. Dude, all the pots. It's making this so much more interesting. Oh, that's all 5 for the boulder room in the spirit temple. Oh, cool. Okay. We can access that too at the moment. Is this the extended magic meter? It is. We got the extendo. Yes, blocks. And the double goobies. It's okay. Not every chest has to be something good. Can we megaton this door? We can. But not the wall. Still gotta blow the wall up. There's steps to this. This whole entire thing is tactical. We still do not have the boss key, though, so we still can't beat it. I can beat this guy really fast with Big Goron sword, right? I think if I were to long jump him, it would go even faster. Let's see if I can hit him once, and then Get that jump attack. Okay, he's so much easier to fight with big horns. I mean, that should be expected though. This is the overpowered sword of the game. Such a funny looking guy. He has multiple faces. Ocarina of Time has so many unique enemies. I love Ocarina of Time. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know I love this game? I would hope so. I mean, there's a few context clues that indicate that I enjoy this game. Oh no, this face is watching me. It saw nothing. It saw nothing. And I gotta finish this dungeon before I end the episode because I refuse to start yet another episode of this series in Fire Temple. I feel like so many of these videos have started in the Fire Temple and I'm through with it. This is a really good room to use Furor's Wind in case we fall down. It's not possible to use long shot to like skip this whole entire walkway, is it? I don't think so. You know, I can try when I get back down. Because you can still hookshot onto a chest even after it's opened. Recovery heart, so worth it, so worth it. And then claw shot the rest of the way. Oh, it doesn't reach. It saw our tricks, even though you would never have the long shot at this point of the game. Because I don't think Megaton Hammer is needed even to do the water temple. There's like no rusty switches in there. Which makes no sense. If there's any temple in the world that's gonna have rusty switches, it's gonna be Water Temple. Guess I got a lot of WD-40 down there. So I was talking about how my chair is still squeaking even though I put WD-40 on it. And then someone told me that WD-40 wouldn't prevent the squeaking because WD-40 is not a lubricant. But I put WD-40 in all my door hinges and it makes my door hinges stop squeaking. So why would it not do the same thing to my gamer chair? I'm also pretty sure WD-40 is a lubricant, is it not? I don't know, I'm arguing with the comment when I could literally just Google it. But I'd rather just argue with the comment. No. All right, we brought it all the way around. Go ahead and knock down this block. Which creates this little shortcut, which we don't even need to use, but I'll open it anyways. Just for future travelers. And let's fall down into Volvagia's room. I think we've now done everything inside the Fire Temple that we can at this moment. But, funnily enough, we do not have the boss key for Fire Temple. So that is where this journey ends. And that is where this episode ends as well. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, especially if you made it this far into the video. If you made it this far into the video and you didn't enjoy it, then you have really good perseverance. Take it easy, all, and have a fantastic day.
I've won through all eternity. Yo, I'm finally getting muscle lucky cannon. Then he re-examined what the goddamn landscape. Leave for an escape, playing taking shape. Mouth was a gape, so it's that beat it in the throat. Not gonna lie, I'm the GOAT. When I cross the moat, I'm loving mode. I'm not gonna choke. I'm just gonna walk it down and then again.